It is a big day in the history of dumb money. In just under 15 minutes from now, we are going to be debuting a brand new show on the OG Dumb Money channel. If you are an OG viewer, you probably saw a couple of months ago when we hit 100,000 subscribers on the original Dumb Money channel, we decided that we wanted to give that channel to the next generation of money creators. And we asked for video submissions. And initially we were setting out to pick 3, but there were so many amazing, unique creators, hundreds of them, that we decided that it makes more sense to give even more people a shot on the channel. So to pull that off behind the scenes, we've been working with a fantastic group called Bullish. They are all about creating financial content for the next generation of investors, and they are going to help us develop, edit, and publish as much of this stuff as we can, because there's no way we could do it all on our own. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to our newest addition to the Dumb Money family. We are Dumb Money.
3 friends who turned $30,000 into $30 million using nothing more than Twitter and a zero commission trading account.
The suits that work on Wall Street, they call those people the smart money. That's not us.
Our goal is to help level the playing field for everyday investors.
We are Dumb Money.
Hey there, Dave here along with Chris and Jordan, and we are Dumb Money. Welcome to Dumb Money Live. Before we go any further, it is my job to ask you to give this video a chance by helping us out with the almighty YouTube algorithm. Best way you can help is a gentle tap to the like button. Chris, Jordan, have you both tapped? You can smash it if you want. It's really up to you.
Can you even hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Yes.
Nothing like live programming.
Yes.
A minute ago, Jordan was a black screen, and now he's live with us. Just make
And
sure
I looked
that
like
the
an
thumb is
old-timey
blue.
movie for a while too, right?
Yeah, no, you're looking good. You're looking good.
Yeah.
And Dave, I'm with you all the way from our old home in Hollywood.
Yeah, if you don't recognize Chris's background,
have
it's because he is on location right now with the newest member of the Dumb Money family. Do you want to bring her in?
Yeah,
Did I get
so
through all the
cool.
stuff?
Let's
Because
bring
this
her
is
in
exciting.
right now.
We're finally dusting off the OG Dumb Money channel. This is really good. Look at this, Chris. You want to do the intros?
Yes, this is, many of you probably already know her from TikTok. This is Robin Hood Kid. We know her as Kayla now. Welcome to Dumb Money. I am so proud to have you be our first person, like our first TikToker, our first like young creator as an extension of our family, because I'll never forget the first TikTok that I saw of you. You were like doing this bull thing, like this bull thing, and I was like, this is
when she was
genius.
acting out bulls and bears. That was classic.
Dave, how many conversations did we have trying to figure out how we were going to create a show around definitions to basically, what were we calling it? Dumb Money Library? What was it called? What was going to be that show?
The Dumb Money Dictionary.
The Dumb Money
We had exactly
Dictionary.
0 episodes of that.
Dave, it was going to be the worst, most boring show ever. It was good. We were trying to figure out, how do we make this fun? How do we make this interesting? And right during those conversations, I'm on TikTok, and there's this girl who's like doing the bull thing on a bet. Like, I'm like, this is hilarious. I watched it like 30 times. I'm like, we could never have thought of that. Even if we thought of it, we could never pull it off. Like, I wouldn't even know how to do that. And like,
And
I give up. Like, that's what we gave up. We're like, we're going to do what we do, and we're going to find people that are good at doing what they do, and we'll just help them out.
And then I saw the one where she you basically explained what a call option was by saying how it's like if you call up on the phone to your buddies over at the store, I think Ulta Beauty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you just gotta go shopping. Use all your normal mundane terms, things you do
If you're
every
ever-
single day.
If you ever kind of forget what the difference between a call and a put is, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to call up the store and reserve that, and I'm going to pay the price that I called. Yeah, it's great. So what got you into this? What was the kind of impetus for you to say, hey, I would love to like create finance content on TikTok?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it was actually, so you guys probably know my dad's on YouTube, and every time that I would go home and I would visit him, he would just keep talking about finance. And at one point I was like, my dude, nobody knows what you're talking about. Like these terms that you're using just go right over my head. And so I remember him asking like, well, are you bullish or bearish? And I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And that's when the idea came to mind of like, I was researching these terms and I was like, there's better ways to remember these things. Like there's easier ways to explain this. And so, yeah, that's when I was like, I took a little bit of my improv background and my theater background. And I was like, I'm just going to make a fool out of myself because it's social media and who the heck cares, you know? And so honestly, it's a learning journey for me. It's not like, I came into this with any prior knowledge or background in finance. I graduated from school with a degree in sociology, so far from the finance realm. But I think that was kind of my edge and my advantage is not being able to understand these terms and finding ways to understand them in new lights.
That is
so well,
cool.
And like, listen, like, and you have your own show concept that you pitched. That is your show. That's what you wanted to do. But you know what? Like, plan B for us is you're going to do Dumb Money Dictionary, okay? Like I already have plan B ready to go. If your show doesn't, if it doesn't work out or something, we're going to do a long form.
It would actually be hilarious if we had a bunch of dumb money dictionary terms. Like whenever something came up, it's like, oh, let's explain what that is. If I could hit a button and have Kayla like pop up and explain it real quick and then pop down, wouldn't that be great?
I'm like Siri, but for dumb money. I'm your dumb money.
We have a question. Who's your pop? Someone must know the answer to that question because you have like a heritage in YouTube.
I do.
Finance YouTube.
I do.
Who's your dad?
Jay Bravo.
And he's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. He's a finance YouTuber.
Yeah, he's a finance YouTuber. But I have to admit, I am coming close. This was the goal, especially the competition between my father and I. I think he has a little over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, but my goal is just to beat him once in my life. So we're approaching that on TikTok. I'll get there someday. I'm not there yet, but he's definitely more famous than I am.
You in about 7 minutes from now, you're going to have 100,000 subscribers on the video that we're going to debut on the Dumb Money channel. So you might have just beat him on YouTube.
Suck it, Dad.
and listen, like I think it's really important to say, like people like, okay, how are you choosing young creators? And like, by the way, there's so many, like, honestly, there's so many we want to work with that have made submissions. Some of them haven't even heard from us yet. But one thing that I really think is interesting about what you do is your persistence. Like one thing, we had Graham on the show and we asked him, what should we be looking for? And he made it pretty clear that if you're going to be a successful YouTuber, you just have to be hungry. Like you're going to do this anyway. You're just going to be persistent. You're going to go for it. And you just have to have that work ethic of always be doing it.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is you wanted to speak to Vlad a few months ago with the whole Robinhood scandal. And I was just kind of like watching it from a distance on Twitter. And so like you kind of start off real slow. Like it'd be nice to talk to Vlad. And then all of a sudden you got real aggressive and you just weren't stopping. And so, like, I think I ended up retweeting one of your tweets. And guess what happened?
Thank you.
You ended up
talking to him.
Talking to Vlad.
I did.
Okay. And then, something else happened that we'll find out in the episode you're about to air. But another really, I'm going to say someone bigger and more notable than Vlad was someone else that you wanted to connect with. And somehow you just kind of got real aggressive and wouldn't take no for an answer.
Right.
And you made that happen. And that is actually in your premiere episode on Dumb Money that I can't wait to share with you guys. You'll see who this person is, hopefully in 5 minutes when we play it. I'm really impressed by that. Like, honestly, like that is the hustler attitude that we are looking for. And like, I think that is like one of the biggest positives about you coming over to YouTube. And listen, you're already doing it on TikTok. Like, didn't you just hit like, how many, you went nuts on TikTok last month.
I did.
But tell us about that.
Yeah, I hit 100,000, which is really over 100K. I didn't notice it. I got a text one morning and my grandpa noticed it first. And then also someone else messaged and was like, congrats on 100K. And I was like, didn't see it. Thank you so much. But I want to mention something too in the aggressive nature of what I do on social media platforms, apparently, is a lot of people might aggressively go after these public figures, right? Just for the sake of clout, for lack of a better word. But I think with the stage of where I'm at, I'm not doing it just for clout. Like there's there's something about wanting to know more about what people are talking about. And someone like myself who doesn't have background or financial, like the history of being in finance, right? I don't have that. And so being able to recognize that there's a lot of people in those shoes, there's probably a handful of people that jump on your channel to be able to learn these new terms and dive it deeper into these things. And so reaching out to these public figures and being aggressive in that nature is for the sake of the people that are trying to figure it out like myself. So it's definitely for the education piece, and that's what I value more than anything else.
That's awesome, because that was going to be my next question, which is, what is your motivation? Like, something that is really important to us at Dumb Money. And not everyone has to be like us. Like, we're super philanthropic. We don't actually, listen, we're in a position in life where we don't need to make money from YouTube. So we don't make money off our channel, which is fine. We don't have sponsors. Like, we sell our merch at cost. Like, we just don't make, we don't have courses. But you're not, like, most creators are not in that position. They need to actually make money from doing this. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But, like, tell us, what's your long-term, are you just in this for the money personally, or do you have other long-term ambitions in, like, aspiring to be a YouTuber, a finance YouTuber? Like, what are your goals?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think one of my main goals in life in general is just to have a good time and have fun, right? But with the finance thing specifically, I mentioned earlier that I graduated from university with a degree in sociology. A lot of that was a study of the wealth gap and what poverty looks like specifically in the US and what poverty looks like overseas. And so when I started doing the finance conversation, one, I wanted to serve myself in it when it comes to, like, stewarding my finances really well. But I wanted to do it in a fun and entertaining way. Like, there's not very many people talking about finance in a fun and entertaining way. And so that was exciting to be able to get onto a platform that held me accountable to doing these things in my own life. But then going deeper than that, realizing the conversation of finance is so tethered to the conversation of the wealth gap and poverty as well. And what does someone need to sustain, I guess, how much money does a person need to make to be happy? Like, is there a number to that? What is that? And so I don't talk about it much on my platform, but I think the end goal, what you guys will probably see down the line, is like basically breaking down the barriers into the financial conversation, breaking down the barriers for people who don't feel comfortable to be able to feel comfortable in that realm. And then for myself, it's, finding contentment in my personal life with my personal finances, and also just enjoyment in what I do, because the reality is I make content and I have a lot of fun with it and I enjoy that, and I hope I can turn it into a career. So.
All right. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We're always looking for people that have a higher mission, beyond just themselves in this space, because we think this is such an impactful space and has so much opportunity to change the world. And so it's great to hear that. And I kind of already knew that was part of your mission.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why we're really excited to work with you. Another reason why we're really excited to work.
We're 60 seconds away from the premiere of this.
Fine.
So I just want to remind you that we're not going to actually
show.
We're not going to show the episode here, so we're going to encourage everyone to go to the Dumb Money channel right at the right time, and we'll let you know when that is, so don't leave yet. But that is where you're going to see it, is on the Dumb Money channel. And yes, now I would love to hear, how did you come up with the show, and what is it all about?
Well, we don't have very much time, so I guess all I should say is, for this episode specifically, Doge to the moon. Am I right?
Especially right this moment. Yeah, listen, we love what you're doing, because it's something that we had no interest in doing. So you have you have a crypto journey. You have a huge journey that you're on, and crypto is a big part of it.
Yep.
We're not on a crypto journey. We're not going to tell that story on Dumb Money.
Let me do it.
You're going to tell the story.
Let me do it for you. We're going to talk all things crypto.
Well, you're going to tell that story,
Here we go.
and you're going to reach people that we would never reach, right? And I think that's also, I think that's also great.
Jordan, it's good to hear your voice.
So we're going to ask you guys, please switch over, not only switch over to the OG channel, but we're going to need you guys to please, we beg you, if you're ever going to give a thumbs up to an episode, if you're ever going to comment on an episode, this is the one to do it on. More than any other episode that we've ever asked you to do that for. Please switch over, watch, share, give her a thumbs up. We want to hear your opinions. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Be nice, okay? Be nice. It's our first.
Nice.
It's our first vlog style episode on YouTube. So please be nice, but let us know. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see.
because we're doing this as a premiere, and we'll see a little countdown here, so we're not going to miss anything. There will be live chat going along the side of this. As soon as that live chat is done and the replay is available, also drop a comment down on the video. So now we are officially 2 minutes out. They give us extra time. Isn't that nice?
My heart is racing. What the heck? Wait, do I have to watch this live with you guys?
Yes, you have to watch it live. Oh my God. And then we'll be back on after. But here's what I have news. I have Doge news.
Oh. And
my Doge news is we were just in the car, Dave and Jordan driving from Ventura. I had a really cool visit. I got to hang out with our friend Meet Kevin at his studio. It was so cool. But on the way back, we learned about this news where I guess Elon is like getting involved in the Doge project personally now. And the second I heard that, I threw my phone into the back seat.
Well, why did you have to throw your phone into the back seat?
Well, because I can't trade and drive. I just can't. I'm not in LA traffic. So I threw my phone to the back seat and I asked this person who was with us, I said, would you please get on Robinhood and buy me what I ultimately did is I bought, I think 150,000, 100,000. I don't remember. I think I bought $100,000 of Doge. So I am back in Doge is all I'm saying. I'm back in.
This is why we hodl, you guys. This is what the hodlers are for.
Doge to the moon.
It happened to work in my favor. You know, I got out at that Saturday Night Live episode. I got out at 65 cents. A little lucky there, I admit. I'm back in at like 48 or 50 or something. So let's see where it goes from here. I'm going to live.
Such a Doge warm weather fan, Chris. Oh my gosh.
I don't care. Rip on me all you
it's
want.
trading at 47.3 now.
40s, whatever.
By the
listen, I like it because this is not the last time Elon's going to be talking about Doge. He's part of the team now. So.
And we like to use Doge. Don't let go of it.
Yeah. So we're going to not show the episode on this channel. You have to go to Dumb Money to watch it, but we will be reacting to it live on this channel and come back after. You don't want to miss a thing.
Well,
and there you have it.
Dude, that is so great. Congrats on your first YouTube episode.
Thank
We're so
you.
happy that it could be a collab with the Dumb Money Family Network, whatever we're calling it now. We do have a little gift for you, actually. I have a
No,
it's a special gift. So I know your deal is crypto, right? Your deal is crypto.
Yes.
That is not our deal. Okay. Like we are not the crypto guys. But we're gonna learn about crypto through your crypto journey. And I actually think the transactional side of crypto is super interesting. And quite honestly, we heard that you can use it some places. I think the next few months being transactional with Doge is going to pick up steam. So like I'm interested to see where you go with this whole journey that you're on, whether it's crypto, whatever it is, but we're social arb investors. And so we're always going to leave a little imprint on you, what we do. And hopefully over time, who knows, you might pick up a little social arb investing yourself. So this is our $500,000 ELF poreless putty primer. Do you know the story behind this?
No,
right?
I don't.
You don't know the story behind that. Okay. So Dave, Jordan, that's the $500,000 ELF poreless putty primer that I am giving to her as her first social arb gift. So I want you, every time you look at this, I want you to think about this. Jeffree Star, when he talked about that putty primer, it was about 2 years ago, guys.
Yep.
ELF was just a drugstore makeup brand. And I saw the video, I saw Jeffree Star's video, and I immediately knew that it was going to blow up this brand because he's like, this putty primer is as good as a $60 product. So I immediately went down to CVS and to Walgreens and to Target, and I stood there in the parking lot, and I stood there in the store, and I talked to every single person that came in and bought it, you know, little kids and their moms, and they were all buying it because of Jeffree Star video. Within 48 hours, it was sold out nationally, and ELF overnight became a brand new company, a brand new thing. It became the trendiest makeup brand a couple years ago when this came out. Yeah. And so
because I remember ELF blowing up, but I didn't know what.
This is why it blew up. This is why it blew up. So think about this. At the time, I was a 44-year-old man who saw this Jeffree Star video and immediately was able to connect the dots and say, this is a big deal, right? No one else saw it. Wall Street didn't see it. It took like 3 weeks before analysts and Wall Street started picking up on the story when they started to see the transactional credit card data and the sellouts at Walgreens and Target, right? So the stock went up 50 or 60% in like 5 weeks, 5-6 weeks, something like that, right?
Heck?
And so here's the thing. Jeffree Star at the time had 10 million subscribers.
Yes.
how many of those subscribers were, women, for example, but probably 80% of them, maybe 90%.
Yeah.
And all of these women had the ability to connect the dots and to make what was, for me, ended up being a $500,000 trade. Okay, $500,000 gain off that $8 putty primer. Now, it just goes to show the opportunity that you have as a woman, because you're actually more connected to these things than I am, right? I got lucky. I saw a Jeffree Star video.
Yeah.
But there are things that women see every single day, okay, that men just don't see because we're maybe one level removed. And by one level removed, I mean, we might eventually see it through our girlfriend or daughter or wife or coworker or someone else in our life, but you're on the front line.
Yeah.
So this is a trade, and I know like you probably weren't trading a couple of years ago,
right?
But this is a trade.
I wasn't trading a few months ago.
The next time this happens, like this is something that you should see.
Do I need to call you and be like?
You can call us. You can call us. Like definitely call us and let us know what's going on. Absolutely. Like be part of the Dumb Money community now, right?
Exactly.
Like, get in our Discord and share what you see with the Discord community, and let us all collaborate and research it together. And that's what we're all about. We're all about collaborative research, collaborative thinking. But it just goes to show like investments are everywhere, right? They're everywhere in your life. And like you are at a distinct advantage being someone who is different from most other investors, meaning you're not a man. Like, because today, for better or worse, like most of the investor class tends to be men. And that's going to change. Right. And so like, hopefully every time you think about this brand now, you see that, you think about that story and the $500,000 that you missed. Okay. Because
4 years ago, and I don't even know
when you were, I know you weren't investing. That's fine. But you get the moral of the story.
No,
so
I love that. I love that. And actually one thing that I do want to mention on the Dumb Money community in general, I feel like, I mean, I haven't even mentioned this to you, but I've had people in my DMs that are sending me like, hey, I'm looking at Build a Bear workshop because it's a semi-social arb move. And I know that like you've talked to like, the Dumb Money guys. And so I just wanted to loop you in on what I'm doing. And like the DMs that I get where I'm like, that's what it is though. Like you guys all pay attention and look out for each other. Like someone could have kept that to themselves.
No,
they could have, but what you guys do is
we
bring
share
it into the community.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like we share everything that we find. We're going to, I went to like 6 Ralphs over the last 24 hours here in LA, looking at Topo Chico, hard seltzer, like product positioning and talking to store managers, right?
That's what Chris does on vacation for fun.
Yeah, that's what I do. And so like, I'm going to share those thoughts in our Discord community, what I found out, because I found out some cool stuff. Guys, I'll be sharing them tonight in the beverage channel of the dumbmoney.tv/Discord community. So anyway, guys, please be nice. Definitely tell Kayla like what you'd like to see from her. Give her new ideas for episodes, right? Like if you kind of see the vibe, this is not Dumb Money Live, okay? Obviously, this is more of a live action vlogger style show that Kayla's working on. And so she can do anything. If you think there's a cool topic for her to explore, let her know, right? Like this is part of our journey, like trying to figure out how to take these really smart, ambitious TikTok creators and help them develop different types of content for the YouTube community as well. So please,
watching the episode really reminded me of some of the original Dumb Money episodes where we were just running around like idiots with a camera and just talking and figuring out our ideas, So I loved watching it. A little behind the scenes that I learned while everyone else was watching the video was that this video almost never happened because you were flying standby on that video.
Yeah.
Tell us some of the fun little behind the scenes things that you may have missed.
Gosh. Yeah. So something that you guys definitely missed that wasn't included was that standby. So my sister's a flight attendant, and the tickets for a next day flight. Again, I think this all occurred within the course of 3 days. Like Doge exploded, and then 3 days later, I'm in Dallas. So the flights were so expensive. So I called my sister and I was like, is there anything standby? And she's like, yeah, there is. I'll hook you guys up. So that means the flights are just basically at cost, which is a fun little hack if you know any flight attendants. And the thing is, though, is at the time that I purchased the Doge, what you guys saw on the screen was it like you heard that ding, and then there was a blast off. At that same time, I don't think you can hear it, but they on the overhead, they were like final boarding call, and I didn't even have my tickets yet. I like literally when you're flying
Oh.
standby, you get into the airport and then you go to the flight attendant desk for them to print you your tickets. And so I didn't have my tickets at that point, and I was like, the final boarding call, and I'm not even here. So
That's great.
I
And
went
you're
up,
running
we
down
got
the
our
jet
tickets.
bridge to just
Running
barely
down
get
the
on the
jet
flight in
bridge.
time. Was
Yeah,
it
another-
actually impossible to actually use your Doge at the Mavericks game though? The concession stand you went to basically were like, I don't know, I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
Did you find
everyone-
anywhere that you could actually spend it in person?
There was one spot for their retail, for their retail purchases that you have to purchase online and then request like an in-stadium pickup, which was very odd. So I don't even know, or like you had to purchase online and it would get shipped to you, which I did end up purchasing merch online and getting it shipped to me, and I purchased with Doge. So now I have a $70 jacket that is now worth like $300 or like 200 and something dollars.
Yeah, while you were
But
at the game,
nowhere
the
in-
price of that game went way down.
Oh my
You bought
gosh.
like $800 tickets that you know, if the
Yeah.
Mavericks held on to their Doge, they basically got $100 out of those tickets or something.
Yeah, but now the thing is though, yes, at the game it did plummet, but then immediately after, I think, you know, by Saturday Night Live with Elon Musk, well, it crashed a little bit around then, but the tickets went from being worth like $500 to being worth like $1,200. So
Yeah.
very interesting how volatile Doge is.
well,
But it has been,
Even trying
Yeah.
to get your transaction in, if you hit the button now, you're paying $800. If you hit it now, you're paying $1,000. It's crazy.
Exactly. That's why I knew how much the tickets cost, but I was like, if I don't put significantly more in right now, and the thing is most of my Doge was originally on Robinhood, like I mentioned, and with the Mavericks, you have to pay on BitPay. So I had to rebuy all of my Doge. So it's not like I could use the Doge profits, but I had to rebuy the Doge. So with it fluctuating so much, I was like, I'm just going to put in 20% more than what I need because I don't know what's going to happen.
Hey, Dave, I think we need to wrap over here on our end, but are you working on another episode? Do you have ideas for your next episode? Are you already working on that?
I am. I have a couple things in the works.
Awesome. So stay tuned, guys. If you haven't subscribed to our OG Dumb Money channel, please do, and set alerts now that channel is alive again, not just with Kayla, but we'll be introducing lots of other interesting, diverse finance creators in the coming weeks and months. So please pay attention, and we'll be introducing them here as well.
That's awesome.
So Dave, Jordan, I'll see you back in Dallas.
That's
shortly.
latest from here. You're heading. You like when you go somewhere, you just fly in and out. It's like you.
I just fly
barely
right
even
in and
left.
out. It's like I barely left. I will be back before you know it, and we will see you guys soon.
We'll have live episodes next week.
Yeah.
Probably
and
Tuesday.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're
Thank
very
you so
we're
much.
super excited to have you.
Welcome
Thank
to
you
Dumb
for your
Money.
hard work on the first episode.
Thank you.
We're Dumb Money.
Awesome.
We will see you next week.